Marshal.
Good to see you again, Herr Doctor. Is there a uniform of mine here now? Good. It will be more suitable for the task in hand than these Russian prison clothes. Eh, Herr Doctor?
Shall we say symbolic, Marshal? You can hardly wear it under certain circumstances.
A question of morale, Neumann. It will assist me to spark off the circumstances to which you refer. This is all the information.
Exactly as requested.
And no action has yet been taken?
None. We awaited your return, Marshal.
Nearly 25 years, Doctor. 25 years with this secret. The knowledge of it kept me alive. I knew that one day I would return. That revenge would be ours. That we would survive to win the last battle of the Second World War. Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Richard Barrett, one of the champions, endowed with the senses and qualities of a superhuman, endowed with Craig Sterling and Sharon McCready, his companions in the plane crash in Tibet, by the lost civilization that saved them, endowed by the mysterious people with special powers and skills. Now they are able to use their power and skills to their best advantage as champions of law, order, and justice. Operators of the International Agency of Nemesis.
Now, he's coming up any moment. There he is, Air Marshal von Spritz, together with several other members of the Luftwaffe High Command.
He looks pleased with himself.
Yeah, he probably was at that time. At the end of the war, von Spritz was head of a department called the Special Operations.
They were the last bits for victory, boys, huh?
Yes, and believe me, they were far nearer success than we gave them credit for.
Yeah, they certainly were. If their rocket potential alone had really got off the ground, the war would have lasted a lot longer than it did.
And that was only one aspect, Richard. There were many more projects.
Under the Air Marshal's control?
Yes. Of course, Allied intelligence uncovered all these programs, at least we hoped they did. But unfortunately, von Splitz's personal records were never discovered, and there lies the dud. He claimed that all his files were destroyed, and maybe they were, but equally they could have been hidden.
Von Splitz was released by the Russians, wasn't he?
6 weeks ago. He was a model prisoner, but over the years there was a feeling, an impression, call it what you like. Anyway, the authorities were convinced that von Splitz was waiting.
Then his release was planned.
Oh, meticulously. Now, the authorities wanted to find out his secret, if he had one.
Tremaine, a thought occurs to me.
Yeah?
The report came in 6 weeks ago, and we get the details now.
Well, until yesterday, von Splitz was under close observation. He made no move, hardly left his apartment. And as far as the intelligence service was concerned, he made no contacts.
So what happened yesterday?
He disappeared, Sharon. He'd obviously been waiting his chance, and when it came, he took it. And now every agency, every department, including ourselves, have been alerted. And I'm assigning you 3 to the case.
Let me recap here, Tremaine. Von Splitz here. He may have a secret, but then again, he may not. We don't know where he is or what he's up to. He disappeared. But we don't know where or anything else, right?
Well done, Craig. You've summed up your assignment.
Tremaine, you give a heck of a briefing.
All right, so I'll see you for lunch tomorrow. Goodbye. Oh, you're going already?
Yes.
And you'll be away for a couple of days, eh?
Yes, 2 overnight stops in Prague. Take care of yourself.
Of course. Good night, Father.
Good night. And don't forget to lock up.
All right.
He's coming.
Come on, it's been a long day.
Yes, it has. And a wasted one. There's not a thing on these files we don't know already.
What'd you expect? Intelligence got the reports before we did. They went through with a fine-tooth comb.
Oh, it seemed a good idea at the time.
Civil administration broke down in 1945. They didn't keep any proper records. There are enormous gaps.
So, where do we go from here?
Home. Anybody gets a break in the case, it's not us.
Doesn't that rather depend on von Splitz's next move?
You are Luftwaffe Flight Lieutenant Wolf Eisen.
20 years ago? But what is that to do with...
Just answer the questions, Herr Leutnant.
You don't recognize me then?
I recognize the uniform. It is illegal to wear it.
Talk with respect to Marshal von Splitz.
Von Splitz?
Perhaps now you recollect where we last met.
Just before the end of the war.
4 days before the death of the Fuhrer. When he briefed you personally.
And you failed to carry out his orders.
We were shot down.
The bomb you carried,
Jettisoned before we crashed.
it didn't explode.
Not.
It confirms what we already know. The fuse was untested. You remember, the Fuhrer insisted that we...
Yes, yes. Come here, Herr Leutnant. Now, where exactly did you jettison your bomb?
I have no idea. The aircraft was on fire. We bailed out.
Where did you land?
In the open country, not far from Braunschweig. Look, why all these questions? Why have I been brought here?
Braunschweig. The beginning?
Nothing was reported from that area.
There were no reports at all, Herr Doctor. If there were, we would not be here.
But where did it land? Do you think he's telling us everything?
There's no reason to keep anything back. Remember, he had no details of his mission.
That bomb. According to this, it was...
One of the crew must have seen the bomb drop. Get their addresses. Find them.
And this one?
He knows too much now. Get rid of him.
This is Detective Schneider, Richard Barrett's nemesis.
How do you do? Has he been able to tell you any more than we have here?
All he said was name, von Splitz.
That was his commanding officer during the war.
He has been checked thoroughly. There is nothing else.
Von Splitz. The name meant something. The authorities haven't left him alone since.
Did they get any information out of him?
Even conscious, he's not able to talk.
I've got to understand what he's trying to tell us.
The people questioning him earlier said exactly the same thing. It's hopeless. Fantastic he's lasted as long as he has.
I'll stay with him. Why don't you take a break?
Thanks. I could do with it. About 10 minutes, okay?
My
My name's Barrett. I'm from Nemesis. And we can help you. It's all right. You can trust me. I can understand what you're trying to say. The V4, that's right, isn't it? London. The bombs. You jettisoned the bombs. No? One bomb. The V4. What about von Splitz? The last name was Nyman?
Barrett, what do you think you're doing? You must leave now.
Please, Doctor, just one moment. Essen, do you know where this bomb is now? You don't. Do you know what kind of bomb it was? Atomic. The V4 was an atomic bomb.
Fortunately, Eisen died soon after I spoke to him, but I was able to trace him through records.
Yes, I see.
We were able to build up a pretty accurate picture, I think. It confirmed what he told us. He did serve as a bomber pilot under von Splitz.
Yes, on what was supposed to have been the last raid of the war. Go on.
Well, the intended raid was pretty well reported at the time. A Heinkel was shot down by a Spitfire. The British pilot's name was Brooks.
So what are we waiting for? The Royal Air Force should lead us to him.
That's it. Brooks is our man. Okay, go and find him. Oh, just a minute, Richard. There's one thing I don't quite understand. It's about Eisen.
What's that, sir?
Now, come on. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, sir. You've lost me somewhere.
Have I? Now, listen. You were the last person to interview Eisen before he died. He'd already been questioned by the police, by Interpol, by intelligence, in fact, by everybody. How did you get this information about the atomic bomb out of him? According to the report of the doctor who was present at the interview, Eisen said nothing. Well, what have you got to say about...
I just don't understand it. My father was supposed to be in Prague.
You see, he didn't report for duty.
Yes, they told me. I can't think what he was doing in the place where the accident happened. I still can't believe it. He had no enemies.
Yeah. Look, Anna, I can't explain now, but I need your help. Do you know any of the men your father flew with on his last wartime mission?
No, not personally, but he kept in touch with one of them.
Do you have his address?
In the bureau.
Can you get it for me, please? The navigator, his name was Schultz.
Gerhard, yes. It's gone.
Can I see it, please?
The picture's been torn out.
That figures.
But why should my father...
He didn't. I reckon somebody was using his keys. Can you remember where he lives?
No. What do you do?
There's an impression of the writing that's been left on the page. W. W-E-L. Welsbach. Welsbach. That mean anything to you?
Yes, is it near Frankfurt?
F. Unterberg Farm. How about that?
Yes. But I don't understand. I can't feel anything.
Nothing to it. You see me pull rabbits out of a hat? Thank you, Anna. You look after yourself now, huh?
Yes. Gerhard Schultz. That's the man we want.
The car is ready, Marshal.
Another step, Herr Doctor. When we explode this bomb, the Americans will launch their ballistic missile against the Russians. The Russians will retaliate, and they will annihilate each other.
Tremaine.
Yep, go ahead, Craig.
Look, I got the address of the navigator, Schultz. He's got a farm near Frankfurt. I'm on my way there now.
Okay, well, there's nothing this end. Richard and Sharon have left for England. Yes, they're going to try and trace the British pilot.
I see. Well, look, Von Splitz and company, they're ahead of us. They've already been to Eisen's apartment. There's only one thing. If they needed Schultz's address, they're still a long way from finding that bomb.
Well, you better get there as soon as you can. Because if they get there first...
I know. All we're going to see is that big mushroom in the sky. I'll see it.
We were airborne an hour. We ran into fighters. A couple of them peeled off. You didn't have a chance.
And so you jettisoned the bomb.
Yes, we tried to reach cloud, but the weight made us sluggish.
Did you see the bomb fall?
Oh, I say, it was the biggest bomb we'd ever carried. Fortunately, we weren't over a town.
But it didn't explode.
No, it went in the water.
Water?
A lake.
Which lake?
I don't know. It was over 20 years ago.
Perhaps this will refresh your memory.
Why are you so interested now?
I think perhaps we should take this man into our confidence.
Yes, I agree. The government have discovered that the bomb was an atomic one.
What? Atomic? You said atomic?
There's a grave risk of contamination unless it's found before the casing rots.
It might cause the death of hundreds of people.
So it's imperative you give us all the help you can.
Yes, of course. We took off from Gatow Airfield. We passed north of Brandenburg over the Mittelland Canal. This was the usual course. We ran into fighters east of Braunschweig. It must have been around here, over this bay.
You were trying to make cloud. Were they north or south?
I don't know.
The lake, was it a big lake?
No. Wait a minute. We crossed the Autobahn. We must have turned south. Oh, yes, there's a lake there near Helmstedt. That's it. Must be, it's the only one.
Thank you, Herr Schultz.
Do you think you'll find it?
We shall find it.
That's good.
The lake is only 6 kilometers from the border.
Excellent. When the bomb explodes, both east and west will assume the other has attacked.
If we find it.
If it is there, we will find it. We have the equipment, and there's no problem about men. The party will call all we need.
My last bag. We were escorting this raid on Berlin, and suddenly there he was, 2,000 feet below us.
Where was this?
Oh, near Berlin. There was a radio silence. Couldn't ask permission, so I just peeled off and went down to have a go. Poor Reggie Haynes came with me. Bought it on the way home, you know, flak.
According to our information, this Heinkel jettisoned a bomb.
Yes, that's right.
You see it go down?
Look, may I ask why you're so interested?
Well, we think it was an atom bomb.
Good Lord. Well, if it got through to London...
Exactly.
Well, I get a rocket from the CO for breaking formation, and the fact is, I won the flaming war.
There's no justice.
The bomb was never found.
Yeah, we were hoping you may be able to help us.
There's no use asking me. I haven't a clue.
Well, we got your debriefing report and some maps from records. Maybe they can help.
I wouldn't bank on it, old boy. Too much water's gone under the bridge since then.
Well, let's have a try anyway. Now, presumably, your approach line was, what, along here?
Yes, that's right.
Where did you first see the Heinkel?
7, 8 o'clock.
That would be below you to the left. Do you remember any features of the countryside?
This was a war, not a sightseeing trip.
In your report, you said you made 2 attacks.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I remember he was slower than I expected. When I turned, he was heading for Cloud. I'm just trying to picture this. I remember seeing the bomb go, and he went up like a bird as soon as he got rid of it.
By this time he was on fire.
Yes. No, I'm afraid it's impossible.
Well, never mind. Let's all have another drink.
Drink? Drink, that's it. The bomb went in the drink. Here, let's have another look at this chart.
Hello, Tremaine here.
Ah, this is Barrett. We've located it. It fell into a lake near Helmstedt.
I see. Well, that means that von Split is getting pretty close. All right, Richard, you can leave it to me. I'll contact the West German authorities.
No, don't do that. If they have got there and recovered the bomb, they won't stand around admiring it. They'll detonate it.
Well, what do you suggest?
Well, have you heard from Craig?
No, not yet.
Well, when you do, give him the information and tell him we'll meet him at Hanover. Hello?
Yes?
You get all that?
All right, Richard, I'll do as you say.
If there is a bomb there, we'll need a nuclear physicist in a hurry. Can you get one from Alder Marsden?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Fine. Tell him to stand by at Hanover Airport and we'll contact him there.
Hanover Airport?
Okay?
Yep.
Fine. Bye.
Goodbye.
Yes, sir?
Contact Craig Sterling for me at once, please.
Right, sir.
Sprechen Sie English?
Ja.
Ah, great. Can you tell me how to get to Unterberg Farm?
Ah, yeah. You go right through the village, about 1.5 kilometer. You see a lane on your right. It takes you there.
Thank you very much.
Craig, no, Richard and Sharon made contact. Yeah, now listen to this very carefully.
How's the work progressing?
Very well, Marshal. The bomb is stuck on the bottom. They're cutting it free.
Well, the place is deserted. Nevertheless, I suggest they keep up with their patrols. Kruger, go and see how the work progresses.
Yes, Marshal.
bomb can be brought in here. Set it up here. It will be easier to work on.
I will give you an order, Marshal.
All right, Haydn. Bring him in here.
It's going well, Marshal.
According to plan, of course. Will you be able to do it?
Its condition was remarkable considering the time it spent in the lake. They'll have it here in what? An hour. I shall be able to tell you more then.
Bring him here. Very well. Who are you and what were you doing in the lake?
Swimming.
Anybody else?
No, Marshal.
Any papers on him?
Not even a driving license.
Make it easy for yourself. Your talk before we're through.
Can't think of a thing to say.
All right, take him away. See if you can't loosen his tongue.
I shall deal with him personally, Marshal.
Next turning on the right.
Yeah, you're definitely out of shape, pal. You been eating properly? That's it. You just haven't been eating properly. Knuckles smart, did I?
Really giving Craig the works.
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm the plumber. I came to fix the pipes.
Did you get anything from him?
Nothing.
And we will wait until he comes round and try harder.
Much longer?
Few minutes.
Excellent. And our time to get clear of the blast area?
Not more than half an hour.
Good. Good. I don't want the bomb left unguarded longer than is necessary.
No need to worry. Once I've started the clock, only an expert could stop it.
The salvage crew have left, Marshal. There are 6 of us remaining.
The doctor has almost completed his work. You can load the rest of the stuff on the car. Has our guest proved talkative?
No, Marshal.
Oh, forget him. When the bomb goes up, our inquisitive friend can go up with it.
Craig? You in there?
Ground window. 3rd from the front. Have a look around. You can get in this way as well.
There's a guy loading up a car out here. I'll wait until he goes back inside. Sharon with you? She's reporting in to Tremaine.
Alder Marston have sent a top man, Sir Charles Dyson. Yep, he's at Hanover Airport now.
Do you have the number?
Yep. 87241.
87241.
Correct. There's a helicopter standing by, and if you need him, he can be with you in half an hour.
All right. Thank you.
You get through?
The Charles Dyson's waiting.
Do you have the number?
87241.
That's Hanover.
Mm-hmm. Did you find Craig?
He found me.
Good. I'm going in. If Von Splitz and his friends come out, you'll know the balloon's just about to go up.
The operation will proceed as planned. 0 hour will be 1200 hours. Activity from east and west must be expected at 0+5 and should have ceased by 0+90 minutes.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You worried about me?
No, I was just brought up to be polite. Where's the bomb?
As far as I can figure, it's in the main room just across the hall. It's locked.
It's never worried us in the past.
Any interference from Federal or People's Republic officials must be dealt with ruthlessly.
Yeah, he's deploying his troops.
We let the rest of those clowns get to the door, and bang.
The groups detailed will proceed to take over the specified objectives.
Now.
What is it? What's wrong?
Keep working, you hear?
It's barricaded. Come on, there's an easier way.
I don't know how you stopped that thing, but you better stop right now.
The explosion is the signal for our men to seize power again.
Get to it, old man. You get to it, or I'm going to take you apart.
Nothing you can do to me will change the inevitable.
Inevitable. We'll have Sir Charles Dyson here in 30 minutes.
30 minutes, and the bomb explodes in exactly 25.
Well, well.
Yes, just doing a bit of tidying up.
I heard the battle.
Only a temporary victory, I'm afraid. They fused the bomb. You'd better get out of here. There's liable to be a slight bang in about 20 minutes.
Where's Craig?
Trying to contact Dyson.
Dyson. Sir Charles Dyson. Get him on the phone and get him on it fast.
Yeah.
Sharon, I want you to get into that car and get as far away from here as you can. Go on.
I'm not leaving.
Hello. Hello, Dyson here.
Dyson, this is Sterling. This is Craig Sterling from Nemesis.
Yes, Sterling, go ahead.
Look, I've got the bomb here and it's ticking.
If it's ticking, it's got a clockwork time fuse. Now the trick is to stop it or remove it.
Okay, you're just going to have to call the moves. I'll do it from here.
Now, let's see. On the outside of the casing, there should be a fuse pocket. Can you see it?
Yeah, I got it.
Now, what you've got to do is unscrew it and remove the clock.
Okay.
Now, wait. A snag. German wartime bombs were fitted with an anti-handling device.
You mean if I try to remove it, it's going to explode?
Yes. Now, what you've got to do is...
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, sir, there's a fault on the line.
Listen, get that man back on the phone and get him fast. This is an emergency.
I am sorry, sir. I'm trying to reconnect you with Hanover.
How long?
I will call you back.
You hear that?
If we try to take the fuse out, the whole thing might explode, right?
It'll explode anyway. We got nothing to lose.
No, you're right. Dyson won't get here in time now.
We got till 12 o'clock.
15 minutes.
I got an idea.
What's that?
Richard, go in the hall. There are some tools there. See if you can find a grease gun. Right. Sharon, go in the kitchen. See if there's any jam, molasses, syrup, anything at all like that.
What for?
You wanted to stay. Obey orders. Go on.
One grease gun.
That's great. Empty it, will you?
Right. Suppose you know what you're doing.
I had an uncle in a bomb disposal unit during the war.
You should have brought him with you.
Syrup, will that do?
Syrup, yeah, that's great. Just get it in the grease gun, will you? See, during the war, they used to stop the clock on delayed action bombs with a large magnet.
Why the syrup?
Because if a magnet wasn't available, they'd oft-time use liquid sugar.
Do you think it'll work?
Might. Dyson says it's a mechanical clock. So, I can pump that stuff in with a grease gun.
But it isn't an ordinary bomb.
The fuse isn't. And the explosive isn't. But that clock has got to be a standard wartime job.
The syrup might just gum up the works.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Five minutes. It's not working.
Try the other one.
Look, there are a few minutes left. Why don't the both of you get out of here? You're making me nervous.
Go on. We're staying here.
That's it. Empty.
Let's try and get the fuse out.
90 seconds. We've had it.
Listen.
It's still going.
But it's slower.
She's right about one thing. There's something else going on in there. Stopped.
Hello, Sterling? Is that Sterling?
Oh, yeah, Sir Charles. Listen, you better get over here fast. We got a real sticky job for you.
It's good syrup.